Tonight, a potential victory for supporters of medical marijuana. A new study finds that states that legalized marijuana for medicinal use have fewer deaths from overdoses of prescription painkillers. Researchers say that states that passed laws legalizing pot use between 1999 and 2010 saw a 25% drop in prescription pill fatalities. With 100 million Americans suffering from chronic pain, could pot be part of the answer? Dr. Sanjay Gupta is out front. Sanjay, what do you make of this? It's remarkable that 25% is not an insignificant drop.
Yeah, I think for people who've been studying this issue for a long time, this wasn't a big surprise for them because, pain and chronic pain are some of the most common indications for which medical marijuana is prescribed. And I think it's been known for some time, Jim, that either as an alternative or at least as an adjunct, something that could decrease the amount of pain pills you require, right. Medicinal marijuana could really, fill that bill. It tends to bind to some of these receptors in the brain that cause an anti-inflammatory response, and that can decrease one's, overall pain perception and their need for these pills.
So dangers, potential dangers. I know that the National Institute for Drug Abuse, it still considers marijuana addictive. Is there an addictive danger when using medicinal marijuana to treat pain?
Yeah, look, I think that there is a component of addiction. Some would say it's more of a psychological addiction as opposed to a true tolerance where the body is physiologically changing because it's craving the drug. But here's the main point, Jim. I think when you look at these pain pills, and by the way, 80 to 90% of the world's pain pills are consumed in the United States. Accidental overdose is the #1 cause of preventable death in this country, more so than car accidents. Those are pain pills. There has not been a documented case that we could find of marijuana overdose. So, it's tough to get into the moral ambiguity, sort of putting those against each other. But if one can actually help treat pain and not lead to these tragic overdose deaths, I think, it's got to be considered a viable alternative. And as you just said, in these states that have medicinal marijuana laws, you've already seen a decrease. 1,700 people lived in 2010 that would have likely otherwise died because of medical marijuana laws in those states.
I suppose there's another conversation to have at some point about, are pain medications overprescribed in the U.S.? But
the answer is yes.
Simple one. But in this case, there's still debates ongoing in many states, very divisive about whether to legalize. Does this give, a real argument to legalize in these other states? Might it turn the debate in some states?
Yeah, I think it could. In some ways, I've been following this issue for a long time. I'm surprised there hasn't already been enough evidence, I think, for some people to vote in favor of this. I've seen situations aside from pain where not only does medicinal marijuana provide benefit, but it provides benefit when nothing else had. So this isn't just, in those cases, some sort of supplement to what already exists. This is something that sort of treats a patient that doesn't have any other options. So I think there's a real desire, especially for cases of epilepsy, for example. This pain thing, it's the most common reason it's prescribed, and the fact that you're seeing a decrease in pain pill prescriptions and pain pill overdose deaths, I think, look, people got to pay attention to that. That's